minute.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there and I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner?
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now Geno on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Geno down to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They're by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Pushes past him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 64 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. The first look here for DJ Dallas. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. the gun, Smith. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And back deep is DJ Dallas. Fielded just inside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd and 9 here. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings us 2nd and 2. It's the 37-yard line.
2nd and a couple. On the counter, it's Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The lone touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Walker now in 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Smith. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point up and through by Myers, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Stafford. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And able to get this out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And he returns this to the 22. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number three. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They start the second half here with Williams. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration can wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Again, it's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, This is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Rams ready to go on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the 4th down conversion has them inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get...
Touchdown! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try for the first with Walker. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now Stafford and the Rams down by a field goal, a minute 47 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's got that well. That's complete. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Here's 1st down. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
33 seconds to play. Here's 2nd down. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Smith's going to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And his throw here is incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Geno now to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Now to the ground, here's Walker. 151 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A quick throw out to Lockett. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First throw in overtime for Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On first down, Stafford here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give them a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
We see this route all the time, but when he's well executed. It's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Marr now to add the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's third down. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down, Smith. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, it's Smith. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points,